This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Bail has been set for a WVII man facing charges after an accident over the weekend that killed a man. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. We have that story coming up. The city of Auburn has seen a string of violence recently, including an unprovoked attack this week that left a man with 8 staples in his arm. And Tesla CEO Elon Musk is making it clear that he would reverse a Twitter ban if he is successful in his purchase of the social media site. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, it's a beautiful afternoon. Let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs and see how long it will last. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Wednesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, so a small craft advisory remains in effect until 2 p.m. this afternoon. There was some in effect earlier, just off toward the north and east of where the alert is. Those have since been dropped as of 6 a.m. this morning, but a lot of sunshine being noted, though, and we have high pressure to thank for that. That's helping to push this area of low pressure down toward the south away from us. So, however, some clouds may try to sneak in later on today, but more so later on tonight, with some fog that may also try to develop over us as well. Futurecast for the rest of the day trying to show some of those clouds that will stay away from us till tonight, with the fog that will also develop by tomorrow morning. So reduced visibility is not out of the question either. And the wind, not too bad either, mainly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but really backing off overnight tonight. So a nice peaceful evening will soon be on the way. For the rest of today, mostly sunny, highs in the middle 70s, and that light breeze out of the south at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 45 degrees, becoming partly cloudy. That southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, 81 degrees, some morning patchy fog, then becoming partly cloudy. With a north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And the hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period looking pretty nice, right? Temperatures warming up pretty nicely into the lower 70s with wall-to-wall sunshine and a light breeze out of the south. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A WVII man arrested in connection with an accident over the weekend that killed a man made his first court appearance yesterday. 48-year-old Daniel Lyons is charged with aggravated operating under the influence and manslaughter. A state police spokesperson says a car driven by Lyons crossed the center line on the Airline Road in Township 22 Saturday night, hitting a motorcycle head-on. 49-year-old Charles Brown of Indian Township was thrown from the motorcycle and died at the scene. The spokesperson says Lyons fled but was taken into custody a short time later. Lyons' bail is set at $25,000 cash. A pedestrian was struck and killed by an SUV in Presque Isle Friday night. According to the Bicycle Coalition of Maine, 25-year-old Carter Sowers was walking along South Main Street around 5 p.m. when he was hit by a car driven by 75-year-old Suzuki Hood. Police say Hood's vehicle left the road before striking Sowers. The coalition says this is already the 5th pedestrian death of 2022, following a record high 20 deaths last year. The city of Auburn has seen a string of violence around the area recently. One man is telling us a group of random people attacked him unprovoked, leaving him with 8 staples in his arm. This is not the first assault in Auburn recently. This latest incident reportedly happened on Monday. Owen Kingsley spoke with the victim about what he claims happened to him and his friends.
Someone just punched me, and then I swung back and hit him back, and then they all started punching me all at once, and that's when the kid swung a skateboard at me. That was totally unprovoked. There was nothing fair about the way they just maliciously attacked us for no reason at all.
Auburn police aren't telling us much, but they did say they are investigating a physical altercation at Boney Park last night. He claims 10 people attacked him just at the park Monday night around 5. Stewart says he was able to call 911, and that's when the group fled. He says when police arrived, they took him to a local hospital to get staples in his arm. This is not the first altercation at Boney Park. Back in March, 2 people experiencing homelessness were assaulted by 2 teenagers who have since been arrested. Ben Stewart added that the group that attacked him was between their teens and 20s. Victims in both of these situations say this park has become incredibly unsafe. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is making it clear that he would reverse the Twitter ban on former President Trump if he is successful in his purchase of the social media site. Musk argues the ban was, quote, morally wrong. A close associate of the former president is reacting. Madeline Rivera has more from Washington.
In what would be his first significant move if he acquires Twitter, Elon Musk says he would reverse former President Trump's ban on the social media platform, Musk calling the ban morally wrong.
Permanent bans should be extremely rare. I do think that it was not correct to ban Donald Trump.
Twitter permanently kicked Trump off after the January 6th Capitol insurrection, accusing the former president of breaking its rules against inciting violence. Jack Dorsey, the CEO at the time, defended the decision, but added the move set a dangerous precedent. In a new tweet, Dorsey says generally permanent bans are a failure of ours and don't work.
Jack Dorsey, I want to be clear, shares this opinion. Is that we should not have perma bans.
Musk has agreed to buy Twitter for $44 billion, citing his desire to promote free speech. The White House, though, is urging caution.
Our effort is to, of course, make sure that freedom of speech is protected across the country, but that also these platforms are not used for forums for disinformation.
But the former president says even if Musk reinstates his account, he won't return to Twitter. He'll instead use his own social media platform, Truth Social.
There's no big tech tyrant that can cancel you.
Musk acknowledges he doesn't own Twitter yet, so any plans to reinstate Trump's account are merely theoretical. In Washington, Malta Rivera, Fox News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we may get some clues on the economy today when the government releases its monthly report. We'll take a look at the inflation when we return.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Back again, bigger and better. Witness the thunder of the Monster Truck Nitro Tour. Presented by Pete's Landscape Supply, Beaumark Bangor, and Hollywood Casino Bangor. Monster Trucks Plus, the intergalactic duel of Galactron versus Reptar. Advanced discount tickets are available online at monstertrucktour.com or get them at the gate. Subject to service fees. Kids get a free tour toy while supplies last at the Saturday Matinee Show. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour. This Friday night and 2 shows Saturday. Cross Insurance Center in Bangor.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full-picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full-picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine, inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
The Natural Resources Council of Maine is advocating for a proposed land use plan for the Moosehead Lake region. The proposal was recommended by staff of the Land Use Planning Commission. It would significantly reduce the risk of sprawling development while benefiting the economy without hurting conservation efforts. That's according to Melanie Sturm of the NRCM. Sturm says the rezoning plan would avoid sprawl by creating 6 new development zones adjacent to existing town centers or commercial areas. She says the land use plan would cover parts of Greenville, Rockwood, Beaver Cove, and Jackman.
When you concentrate development, you're also avoiding sprawl and habitat fragmentation, which can come from misplaced development or development that's just too large for the area.
LUPC commissioners are scheduled to vote on the staff recommendation today. Sturm says this will be followed by a round of public comment before finalizing the changes at the end of the year. A new program was launched Tuesday that will help expand affordable rental housing across Maine. The $20 million Rural Affordable Rental Housing Program will provide funding to build smaller rental housing units. Under the program, projects must be between 5 and 18 units in size. They can be either new construction, rehabilitation, or existing housing, or reuse of existing buildings into livable spaces for low and moderate income households. Maine Housing Director Daniel Brennan says they matched $10 million from the Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan, giving the project a $20 million fund. He says the investment will allow Maine builders to construct the homes and make them affordable for people looking to rent.
Housing developers that traditionally do not come to Maine Housing for financing, say through the state or federal tax credit programs, those transactions are quite complicated. These are opportunities in rural Maine to provide affordable housing.
The Rural Housing Program will provide 0% interest, forgivable loans, and funding for any construction of the rental housing units. When will prices start coming down? We could get some clues today when the government releases its monthly report on inflation. Here's Justin Finch with more.
Today's report from the government is expected to show that America's 40-year high inflation has already peaked. The big question now, when will prices start dropping? Analysts predict the report will show an inflation rate of 8.1% last month, a decrease from 8.5% in March. But some economists warn core inflation, which excludes food and gas prices, could stay high for months.
I want every American to know that I'm taking inflation very seriously.
President Biden says fighting inflation is his top domestic priority, but Tuesday suggested things could still get worse.
How long do you think it will be until we see prices coming down?
I'm not going to predict that, but I know what we have to do to make sure that we can bring it down.
The president pointed to several steps his administration has taken to lower prices, but blamed pandemic disruptions and the war in Ukraine for rising prices. His critics say inflation also stems from the Biden administration's overspending, including the stimulus checks that pumped money into the economy.
We got a stock market going down. So, he doesn't have any ideas. He was confusing. He put up no ideas what he's going to get done.
Today, President Biden heads to Illinois, where he's expected to announce steps to lower food prices. He's also considering lifting tariffs on Chinese products to lower prices on those goods.
Federal data released this week confirmed that Maine's wild blueberry growers had a strong season in 2021. Maine is the only state in the U.S. with commercial-scale wild blueberry growers. Growers said last year that they felt the crop bounce back from a disappointing 2020 when they harvested less than 48 million pounds. The U.S. Department of Agriculture released data on Monday showing this season's crop was 105 million pounds. Ideal weather conditions helped growers who struggled with drought in 2020. Now with Wednesday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
The S&P closed up slightly, 0.2% yesterday, and the Nasdaq gained 1%. The Dow posted its fourth losing session in a row, closing down 0.3%. Peloton posted its worst quarterly loss since going public as sales of its bikes and treadmills have slowed down. Revenues fell 24% and its stock price dropped 9%. New warnings from the tech industry. The explosion of remote work options could mean more high-paying jobs at American companies will go to other countries. They're pushing lawmakers this week for an expansion of visa programs to allow more foreign tech workers into the U.S. If Congress won't budge, companies will likely keep more workers in places like India and China. And it's the end of the run for the iPod. Apple says the latest iPod, the iPod Touch, will be the last, and it will be available only while supplies last. The first iPod was introduced more than 20 years ago. I'm Leo Jonathan with Wednesday's Business on ABC 7.
Coming up, the Bangor City Council voted this week to repeal a plan to ban flavored tobacco. We'll have the details when we return.
The furniture you've been looking for is in stock and on sale at the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with great deals like 10% off all in-stock recliners. Refresh your home with this new living room set for just $888. Save $500 on this Ashley 3-piece reclining set. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names, plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. This spring, support Maine family-owned businesses and save money. Find your best value at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, and North Windham.
Are you eligible for Medicare? Joe Montana is, and he enrolled in a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan. He knows about coverage, and WellCare provides the extra benefits he wants.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare.
Take it from Joe. As a WellCare member, you get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage and prescription drugs with $0 generics. And that's not all.
Plus, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, an over-the-counter allowance, and even give-back plans that put money back into your Social Security check every month.
Call us at 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know about Medicare and tell you how to get a $0 or low monthly plan premium on your medical coverage, prescription drug coverage with $0 generics, dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a WellCare Flex card, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check every year. WellCare is committed to providing our members great Medicare coverage that includes extra health care benefits. If you want to learn more about WellCare, call 1-866-636-7403. We'll send you our free Medicare all-in-one guide with everything you need to know. Or visit our website, enrollwellcare.com. That's 1-866-636-7403. Or enrollwellcare.com to enroll today. WellCare, it's Medicare done well.
On Monday, the Bangor City Council voted to repeal a plan to ban flavored tobacco. Dylan Holloway spoke to advocates for the ban and city officials.
The sale of flavored tobacco has long been a hotly debated topic in the state of Maine. Portland and Brunswick will be ending the sale of flavored tobacco products in their city starting June 1st. Bangor was set to follow suit with a ban of their own. That was until the city council recently discovered a law on the books requiring 30-day written notice to all retailers of tobacco products.
So unfortunately, we were between city solicitors at the time, and we did not follow that law. In other words, we wouldn't have been able to enforce that ordinance.
B.J. McAllister of the Flavors Hook Kids Maine campaign says the tobacco industry found and exploited this 20-plus year law in order to force Bangor to restart its process of ending the sale of flavored tobacco products.
And let's be clear, the industry did this because they want more time to hook people on nicotine products.
Despite the setback, McAllister says his organization is confident flavored tobacco will be banned in Bangor.
And there's no reason to believe that Bangor won't stick by their guns on this. But they are being threatened by a powerful industry that will do anything and stop at nothing to make sure they have more ability to have people hooked on nicotine products.
Bangor City Council Chair Rick Fournier says he believes the state should step in and address the issue. He says banning flavored tobacco city by city will penalize retailers in those cities.
It will affect them. People won't, they'll go to Brewer, they'll go to Herman, they'll go to VZ, and that means lost revenue, not just tobacco, but a lot of other things as well.
Fournier says the council will be giving all tobacco retailers the required notice at the end of this month. He says the issue will then be addressed by the council in July for what he expects to be a lengthy meeting. I'm Dylan Holloway reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Governor Janet Mills hosted the annual tea to promote motorcycle safety at the Blaine House in Augusta Tuesday. The governor was joined by members of the United Bikers of Maine, Maine Secretary of State Shannon Bellows, and a representative of the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety. It was the first time the tea has taken place since the pandemic began. The event is meant to foster a positive relationship between political leaders and bikers. According to Stephanie Watson with United Bikers of Maine, the governor has proclaimed May as Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Buying a home is a big family experience. It is our dream home. Credit union is more like a partner, whether it's your home or whether it's in business. They're local, they're small, they want to take care of their customers just as much as they can. Pretty good feeling to have your local credit union backing you up.
I got hurt in a car accident and I need a lawyer, but I don't have the money to hire one.
It doesn't cost you anything up front to hire us. We only get paid when we win your case, so you can keep your money in your pocket.
I called the twos and I didn't need any money to hire Lowry and Associates. My money stayed in my pocket, and they got me $200,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Tonight, a new Wonder Years will have you celebrating.
Party's in the basement.
But when things get out of hand, thank goodness for sympathetic parents.
I just wanted them to think I was cool.
Were they blind? The Wonder Years, new tonight on ABC.
Mocha latte or a new living room set? With Dorsey's 36-month interest-free financing, they cost about the same per day. For just about $3 a day, you can own this beautiful Craftmaster slip-covered sofa, chair, 2 lamps, 2 end tables, and a coffee table. You'll only enjoy this for a few moments, but you'll enjoy beautiful furniture from Dorsey's for years to come. 0% financing for 36 months right now at Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
In a small town like this, you got to take care of each other.
It's Alicia Netto, Mice and Sons.
When Matt and I were buying this store, the credit unions found a way to do it for us.
They don't look at us as a number.
If something is even remotely possible, they find a way to get it done.
The Maine Air National Guard, fondly known as Maniacs, recently traveled to Montenegro to work on a special military project. A.J. Douglas talked to crew leaders to learn how this civil engineering group supports their allies all around the world.
The best part of the trip for me was working side by side with the Montenegrins.
In April, the 101st Air Refueling Wing Civil Engineering Squadron completed a 2-year project in support of their NATO partners in Montenegro. The project included base maintenance and repairs, resulting in the completion of the construction for a vital training site.
And they had an opportunity to build a couple facilities or pads that would house NATO troops in the event there was an exercise in Montenegro.
This site is going to be used in the future to hold joint NATO exercises with allied forces as well as some of their partner nations.
A local Air National Guard civil engineering group traveled to Europe trading cultures, best practices, and military tactics.
Montenegrins are outstanding people. They're so kind, they're so generous, and they really focus on networking and relationships.
Working with the Montenegrin forces was fantastic. We learned from them, they learned from us.
Colonel Todd Nato says building strong relationships with allies is a key factor in forming genuine partnerships.
It's really important that we have an opportunity to train overseas with different NATO countries, because in the event we were called to duty, as most recently in Afghanistan and Iraq and all around the world, we sometimes have an opportunity to work with different countries, and it's really important that we can work well together.
The Maine Air National Guard is currently recruiting for those interested in joining in on international projects like this one. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Mananoquoc Academy is putting on its first live theater production in 3 years this weekend. The high schoolers gave middle schoolers a sneak peek. Brooke Riley was there and shares more about the mentorship.
Be Our Guest was the theme both on stage and off as high school students at Mananoquoc Academy welcomed 5th graders from Mananoquoc Junior High School into the Beast Castle prior to their upcoming production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
My hope is to just inspire the next generation to enjoy theater as much as I did and get the chance to be on stage.
Boynton says the idea came from a grant program the school applied for through Broadway licensing to win $5,000 for its theater program by providing a community engagement opportunity to encourage young children to get involved with theater.
I remember when I used to see the princesses and stuff, it was really magical. So them coming to see us and get to meet us and everything.
From 3D printing to the lighting and sound design, the high school performers gave the 5th graders an inside look at all the elements of the production, hoping to show them
how fun theater is and how fun just being not only a lead, but even the ensemble.
The students even got hands-on with the tour by trying on different costume pieces and performing themselves.
It's very fun, and you sometimes can meet new people. You could, dance with friends.
I'd like to be interested in joining, probably.
The 5th graders were all given complimentary tickets to the performances, which are taking place Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 4 p.m.
I think them getting to have this opportunity to perform live is so important.
In Lincoln, Brooke Riley, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, it feels like summer is on its way. Let's see what Devin Biggs has to say about the forecast. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already a small crowd advisory remains in effect along the coast, lasting till about 2 p.m. this afternoon. You know, as part of it has since been trimmed back as the wave heights starting to go down in many areas, though. But on top of that, though, it's a good day to get outside. A lot of sunshine, a light breeze out of the south. What not to complain about, right? Very nice view, though, with high pressure right overhead. Keeping us really nice, though, but things are going to start changing later on tonight. Clouds from this system may try to sneak in, though, along with this system as well, and some fog may try to sneak in here by tomorrow morning as well. The wave height's getting pretty up there, around 8 to 11 feet still, but noticing it's definitely starting to back off, and that's why some of those small crowd advisories are being trimmed back at this point, though. But the winds are not too bad either. Maybe a rogue gust up to 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour could be possible, but that'll be a little bit of a stretch, as there'll be a nice one today and a very calm evening later on tonight. But overall, though, the high temperatures that were in the lower 70s the last couple of days, that's about 7 to even 9 degrees above average, as our average high is now 64 degrees. We'll be in the 70s and even 80s for the next few days with increasing humidity levels, too. Even looking at Saturday in the middle 80s, that will feel very warm, right? Then cooling off by next Tuesday. Your muggy meter, again, showing increasing dew point levels. That'll be in the lower 60s as we head towards tomorrow morning, and later on, though, as we head towards next week, I should say, as Wednesday and Thursday still looking pretty good. So the increasing dew points will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even into Monday in the lower 60s. So with all this in mind, though, we're going to be watching for increasing cloud cover in some areas later on tonight, but today, plenty of sunshine on the way and fog on the way tonight, and then tomorrow morning that will quickly burn off with a mixture of clouds and sun. That will be common through the afternoon period on Thursday. So overall looking pretty good with more clouds, maybe some fog again as we head towards Friday morning. So your forecast for today, middle 70s under a mostly sunny sky, and that south wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 45 degrees, becoming partly cloudy with that southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, some morning fog. That'll get out of here pretty quickly, then becoming partly cloudy with a lot of sunshine as well. Highs in the lower 80s, and north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. We're dry through Saturday with a mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the 70s and even 80s. Then by Sunday, thunderstorms move in as temperatures fall into the upper 70s.
Thank you, Devin. Looking like a great forecast. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
This week on Wheel.
I grew up in the